you're going to cook it some more?
Some more.
Alright, so that is our shrimp from San Felipe. This is our onions and garlic from
Wherever.
I think that was
in that
Semperton?
no,
Back in Arizona?
yeah, back in Arizona.
Yeah, Semperton or something like that.
No, the onion is from that place in Yuma. The Sol.
Oh, Del Sol.
Del Sol, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we get a little mix going on here.
And the garlic is from Arizona.
Garlic from Arizona. But the shrimp we just bought from the noodles, okay, that's back from the U.S. too. That we've been carrying. Oh, yeah, that's the name of the place right there, isn't it? The Del Sol.
Yeah.
Del Sol. What a kick. Yeah, this is probably our least favorite kind of campsite because it's actually an RV park and we're backed up against a wall, but the winds have been really weird here. The Del North wind is happening, so we need to get some protection. The reality is this place has a shower, and we're gonna go check out the restaurant in a little bit. But for 12 bucks a night with a full hookup, electric, water, and sewerage. Now this road's a little more like it. We came off Route 1 and we're heading out to Asuncion, so we're heading pretty much southwest. Now get back out to the Pacific. Still a lot of desert land. There's quite a bit of growth. I mean, this could be almost anywhere as far as this goes, but we're coming into the greenhouses again, so there's a bit of agriculture going on here. My bet's going to be this is a salt field. Hope was to stay in this fishing village, but we didn't like the spot and we thought we could find something better. So off we go. We took the byway down right along the coast, found an awesome place to make lunch, Shell Beach. The winds were so high that I had to cut the audio because you wouldn't have understood a thing that I was trying to say here. We did find a couple other spots we could have camped. It's just the winds were so doggone strong. This is where things went quite south on us, and it has to do a lot with places closing and no information to know this for real. So Baja Asuncion, there was a spot for us to camp, but it was actually somebody's side yard, and it was pounded in by a bunch of other houses. We didn't like it. So there was supposed to be opportunity to camp on the beach there, to which I couldn't find a high tide line, so I was hesitant in camping out there because I felt we were going to be wet in high tide. So there were a couple of places notated on iOverlander that if we drove down towards Playa Oceano Pacifico, which is supposed to be another place that wasn't open, there would be spots along the way to camp. Well, that was too open, too exposed to high winds, so that wasn't going to happen. And I had in my mind that if we make it all the way to Punta Abreojos, there is still more opportunity there to camp, plus the Black Bass Lodge is there. So push comes to shove, we can stay in that. Nothing was open. Everything was wide open and exposed, and the winds were just too strong. There were two other playas down in that area, or campos down in that area, that we should have been able to go into, but again, closed. So we were having a pretty tough time here. We didn't have much choice, and we were losing sunlight, so it was on to San Ignacio. It's only an hour plus out of there, but it means driving at night in Baja, something you really don't want to do if you can possibly avoid it. And trust me, you don't want to do it. That was one scary ordeal. We made it into San Ignacio, but I'll tell you, my nerves were gone at that point. We had one last military checkpoint to go through before we entered San Ignacio, and that was probably our worst as well. So after that driving at night, and then going through our worst military checkpoint, by the time we hit that campground, I was done. This campground, El Perdino Campground, is just what I needed at that point. And as you can see from the pictures, it is quite a unique place. The owner itself is a great guy, bakes date breads, which come from these trees that you see, and sells them there in the campground. It's only about 5 miles from downtown, so it is an easy walk if you wish to. With Colette being injured, we did not walk it. We actually drove down there. But what a neat place. And God, I felt so much better after staying there a couple of days.